We should be back live right here. So Nasdaq really managed to push from lows 600 back to 260, and we saw the same reaction on DAX. They just pushed from 322 all the way back to almost 900. So let's see if they're really gonna push everything back while the market is just open. It could push to 21,000. I have a light short position open that I might gonna exit, but let's see here if this is gonna continue or if this is gonna come all the way back. Then I will add to it, but it's a very light short. It's only 50%. Let's see here. Again, they could push the market, so I'm just gonna wait adding and not doing anything. So I want to see if they really want to push it all the way back. Regarding news today, we have some news. We have wholesales, not really important, and then we have EIA crude oil inventory. So it's not a huge day, but there's so much volatility in the market. If we're looking at what we have going on tonight, we have FOMC meeting minutes at 8 p.m. else we don't have that much. But again, we have plenty of volatility. We do not need more volatility. This is more than enough, and I would avoid not trading these days. I've only been trading in the morning, and I opened some smaller position on my live account, but I'm still short. I'll let you know if I'm adding to it. For me to really go short and add to it, we have to break below this line here. Very strong DAX here in the morning. They really want to push it back. Again, we should really be careful because they could really push the market to new highs. As you can see, they keep pushing it. They could push it above 900, and then it could come to 20,000, but let's see here. It's not really giving us any signs of progress on the downside. Let's see if this is going to act as a new high. I might exit this one here around break even. This short I opened, the light short, and I can add to it more if we really start to break below 710. I'm probably going to exit this one here. Let's see, big push is very volatile, so I'll just clean the table once we break maybe to 700, but let's see here. It's very strong, lots of momentum. It's not showing any clear direction at all. We should stay cash and be very careful here, okay? Yes, it could come down to 480. It could come down potentially to 335, but it might push first, and that's what we have to respect as a trader, that they could push the market all the way back, because we saw like a big reaction down. If you look here at the 4-hour time frame, the market sold off from 20,865. And if you look overall, it sold from 23,500. So this could be an overreaction. We just have to be very careful here. Have a stop loss at the previous highs and then focus on mitigating risk here. Nothing really pointing down right now. If we break below 750 and I can see we start selling off, yeah, I would like to add to it, but for now on it's too risky. So the stop loss is actually well placed around 904. I just moved the stop loss quick here. Again, the market is really unstoppable right now. It's really pushing, and they could push it much higher. Last time they pushed it to 20,000. Strong market, no signs of reversal. Again, move stop loss is not something I recommend. You need to focus on cutting losses very quick and not moving your stop loss. So you should focus on protecting your capital and not let the market go so much against you. But here I'm risking still under 1%. If it hits my stop loss, I lose 1% of this live account here, so that's fine. $8.92. Do you really want to push the market higher? There's no signs of reversal here. Again, let's not add against the trend. Let's make sure that we're adding first when we start seeing the market's going to sell off. Will this market sell off? I'm not super sure. I think they will push it first, then they will dump it later. So if Nasdaq do not breaks above the previous highs for this pre-market session, and we start seeing weakness and we start seeing selling pressure below 100, below 50 and below 17,000, I'm pretty confident then that it's going to come all the way back. But again, we do not want to hope, we do not want to predict, we want to react to price movements, and we want to do things correct today. As we always do, protect everything. Let's see, Nasdaq showing weak signs here. Let's see if the DAX is going to follow after. Again, it's too risky right here in my opinion. I would probably consider closing this one out maybe at 710. I moved my stop loss back. Let's see here. So Nasdaq is really pushing. I'm gonna exit this one here. Okay, I didn't manage to exit it. Let's see here. I'll exit now for 1800 for break even. So this is a break even trade. So now I have clean table. Let's see if we get progress. We do not want to trade against the trend. So what we just saw here was selling pressure, not back to the previous lows yet. And then we saw a big push for no reason. So we saw the market pushed at European opening from 868, it pushed almost 400 points, like 350 points. Again, you don't want to short it when there's no progress really below and you see like such a big candle here. So I would always be very careful here and focus on risk management as the prime job, because DAX could really push back. I might consider going for long here if we can show more progress up the upside. Why? So we can see the trend is very clear and we might kind of reach 20,000 again. So I'm considering going in for a light long position, because we kind of like holding and we saw a big push. I know we're not seeing any break above, and we saw a strong reaction back of 230 points within the first 5 minutes. So that's also a weak sign. So we want to be careful here and we want to make sure we're actually going in the right direction. Again, progress on the upside. Do not go against the trend. There's no progress below. There's no really progress above here. So just be very careful. I might consider going for a quick short here. Again, it's very risky. Nope, no progress. So for me to really take a short, we have to break below 700. For me to consider a long, we have to break above 900. So that's my setup for this morning here, quick scalping. I'm considering going for a light long here. There is good progress on the upside. Again, we have to be very careful. It could easily sell back and it could easily get rejected here. No progress. But again, they will force and they will try to push it back to 20,000 straight. They could dump the market from here. They could sell it off, but they could also easily push it back. Let's don't speculate on that side. I mean, let's don't hope for something to happen. Let's don't buy in because there is strong support and there is like no progress on the downside. Let's just wait, make sure we're doing things correct. So again, support at 100, they're pushing it back again. Same here, great support around 800, they try to push it back. Again, how high will they really push it? This could be a fake out, of course, but if we really want to make money, we have to do it with the right direction and the right momentum. So this could also be some signs of progress on the upside, and this could act as a new low, so they could try to push it back. I'm not saying that this is not a long, I'm just saying we have to be a little bit careful here, because they could easily push it back to 759, around where we closed it, or they could easily push it back to 700. So if you want to go long, you want to go long when you see progress above and you get momentum. Again, we've been sitting here for 15-20 minutes. We saw a big push, but no really afterwards confirmation. It's still consolidating. We have higher lows, but we don't have higher highs. It get rejected at 224, and I understand that they want to sell off the market from that range. On a 4-hour time frame, there's still more room to go. There's still 20,500 or even higher. So I will make it very simple. If we break above 900, I'll go for long. I'll probably just go in for a 25% position or 50% position. Risk 1%, risk maybe 50 points. Take it with the trend. If I see a big push, I'll move my stop loss to break even. How do I do that? Very simple. By going in, when we see break above, and I start going in and I see it coming up and it breaks above 20,000, then I just move my stop loss to 950, right? And then I can just hold it and I'm still in profit. But again, this will not happen if we don't see progress on the upside. I think I'm not going to trade more. I did a light position in the morning. I was shorting it, but I managed to get out for around break even because they pushed the market. It got back to 507, but then they pushed it. So they just pushed the DAX from 900. So they pushed it 400 points. For what reason? I'm going to go for a light short here thing. Why? Because the Nasdaq to me looks weak. If we can break below and get confirmation, break below 100, I could go for a short, risk 30 points, maybe even less, and then take it back. Again, there's no progress really, so we don't want to do something. This is not progress, that we get back to 100 and then bounce right back again. If you want to make sure it's actually going to sell off and not just bounce back, this could be a fake out, so just be very careful, okay? It's coming right there. I'm going in for a light short here at 61, 62. This could be a fake out, as I told you. So they could push the market back to 150. Let's see if we get confirmation below. This is just where they took the stop losses. Move my stop loss a little bit up. It's a lighter position. So this was a fake out. They pushed it down to take the stop losses, and they might push it all the way back up again. It's very risky what's going on here. And there's no progress on the downside for now on, but there's also no progress on the upside above 150. Above 175 and above 200, there's really no progress, and it actually sold off. So let's see here if that could be a sign for the market to sell off. Right now, there's no progress at all. Consider moving my stop loss to 850, and then consider holding it all the way back to where we came from. But again, it's very risky. There's no progress at all. It's just keep pushing up and it's keep pushing down. So Be very careful here. They really try to push the market to new highs. No. Let's see here. No progress. The DAX is pushing. Nasdaq is also pushing. I might consider moving my stop loss back to 900, but this is a very risky play. Will they really push it all the way back again? It's insane. They will. Maybe. It's very strong around 100. It's really trying to push it. We can also see it here, no progress above 830, no progress below 750. So this was not the best high probability setup, and now we just went above. So you could cut losses here, or you could hold it. I'm gonna hold it for 10-15 minutes to see where we're gonna play out. I think this is a huge overreaction, so I think we should consolidate. But again, there's no confirmation, there's no progress. It's just pushing and it's just really rallying. So we have to be very careful here. Wow, big push again. They're really pushing the market. As I told you, they might gonna push it all the way back to 17,500 or even 18,000. They would try to push it back. Let's see here. They're gonna push it above 200. Moving stop loss again here. And I'm adding another time here. It's very risky. You should not copy this one here. It's extremely risky. They're pushing it above 900. This market is unstoppable. So it was very weak in the morning, but then we just pushed everything back again. And then we just tried to gain everything back again. So it might push. It might rally, and we just have to accept that. Let's see here if it's gonna hold. Resistance at 200. No really progress below. I'll exit that one I just opened here for 3,500. Very light. I can always add to it again. I'm just a little curious to see where the market is really gonna go. So there's no progress above 200. They could push the market all the way back to 50. So there's basically 120 points upside if it's going to confirm. Again, if we zoom a little bit out, we can see the trend is very clear. So they really want to push it to 250, to 500, back to 18,000, even higher. So let's not go against the trend. I'm currently against the trend. I'm currently trading against the trend. It's very risky. You should be very careful. But again, it's a lighter position. So I can risk maximum 2% per day or per trade. Right now I'm risking around 1%. I might consider moving a stop loss a second time. But again, it's very positive. It's really pushing. So why would it turn here? They just wanted to push. I'm thinking about moving my stop loss a second time to 20,000, but I think they really could push it. So now I'm risking the maximum I can risk per trade, and that's 2% of my bankroll. It's not that I cannot risk more and not add more and go more short on my other live accounts. I can for sure do that, but I choose not to right now because there's no signs. It could also stop here. This could also act as a new high and it could sell off, but it doesn't really look like it's going to sell off. It just looks like it's going to push. Big push again here. It's very rare that I'm live for so long time when I just see the market really going against me. So the current setup I have, it's a longer setup. I normally only do scalping and I do not hold any setups, but because it's a 50% position and I'm risking 2%, I am gonna have my target back to where we came from. So that's 550. They just keep pushing the market. It's unstoppable. They really want to push it. So I think I'm going to cut the live session here. I'm holding it. I have my stop loss up here at 20,000 straight. I still have my target back to 500. I'm not super sure if that's going to happen. I think they're really trying to push the market to new highs. So I might consider exit this one here, but I will let you know in the Discord channel, and I will let you know if I exit. And if I take a new position. For now, I'm just holding it and not doing